It may shock you to hear this, but if you're seeing this right now, it's no accident. You were led here for a reason. Something powerful has already shifted in your life, even if you don't fully see it yet. You have broken through a barrier that once seemed impossible to overcome. And now, the universe wants you to know. This breakthrough is lining you up for a level of abundance most people will never experience. The signs have been there. The strange energy shifts. The feeling that something is about to change. The sudden urge to move differently. That's not your imagination. It's confirmation that you've stepped into a completely new reality. And in this new space, the rules that once applied to you no longer exist. The delays, over. The resistance, gone. The struggles that seem never-ending, finished. You're stepping into a divine acceleration, a rapid shift where blessings that were once blocked are being unleashed all at once. Doors that refused to open for you in the past will now swing wide without effort. Opportunities will find you before you even seek them. And the people who once doubted you, they won't even recognize the person you're becoming. But here's the thing. This moment requires a response. This is not something to scroll past, ignore, or treat like any other message. This is your call to action. If you stay for the next 30 minutes, you're confirming that you're ready to embrace the full impact of this revelation. Take a moment right now. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 77 below to signal to the universe that you are open and aligned with this shift. By doing so, you activate immediate, tangible benefits in your life. You invite in a new season, a fresh start, and a reality where nothing is impossible for you anymore. You've felt it for a while now, haven't you? That undeniable pull that something bigger was coming, that the life you were living was too small for who you truly are. Well, that moment has arrived. The final limit has been shattered, and there is no going back. The universe has already decided. You are chosen, you are ready, and your life will never be the same again. The meaning of the final limit. Being shattered, something powerful has happened, and whether you fully realize it or not, you have stepped into a reality where the final limit has been shattered. The invisible chains that once held you back, fear, doubt, hesitation, or even the weight of your past, no longer have the power to confine you. These chains may have seemed unbreakable before, like walls built by circumstances, failures, or even the expectations of others. But now, without warning, they have crumbled, and you are standing in a space of limitless possibility. What once seemed impossible is now within reach, and what once felt like an endless cycle of struggle has come to an abrupt halt. This shift is not just in your mind, it is happening on a deeper, spiritual level. You are no longer fighting to break free. You are free. This transformation was not something you initiated on your own. The shift was divine. You were chosen for this moment, and it was decided long before you could even comprehend it. This is why certain doors suddenly closed, while others opened with ease. It is why some people left your life without explanation, and why situations that once caused you turmoil no longer carry the same weight. The universe has realigned itself around you, carving a path that only you can walk. There is no need to question why or how. This was always meant to happen. The uncertainty that may have once consumed you has been replaced with clarity. Even if you cannot see the full picture yet, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and the road ahead has been cleared for you to step forward without hesitation. With this shift, your past identity no longer defines you. The version of yourself that carried wounds, insecurities, and limitations has dissolved, making way for the truest, most powerful version of who you were always meant to become. The old labels, the opinions of others, and even the stories you told yourself no longer hold power over you. You are not who you were yesterday, nor are you who people expected you to be. You are something new, something transformed, something aligned with a higher calling. This is why old desires may no longer satisfy you, and past struggles no longer consume your thoughts. You have stepped beyond them, into a state of being that no longer clings to what was, but instead embraces what is and what is to come. What once drained you now fuels you. The very challenges that exhausted you, the battles that once felt overwhelming, have now become your source of strength. Every hardship, every loss, every moment of pain has been transmuted into power. Where others may see obstacles, you now see opportunities. The energy that once held you back is now propelling you forward. You no longer dwell in resentment or regret because those emotions have lost their grip on you. Instead, they have been converted into wisdom, resilience, and an unshakable drive to move forward. The past was not wasted. It was refining you for this very moment. Now, rather than feeling depleted, you feel ignited, as if an inner fire has been lit that cannot be extinguished. Human expectations no longer define your path. You have broken free from the limitations placed upon you by society, family, and even your own mind. The need for validation, approval, or external confirmation has faded because your direction is now set by something far greater. You are no longer confined to the plans others made for you, nor do you have to explain your transformation to those who do not understand it. The rules that once applied to you are no longer relevant because you are moving according to divine purpose, not human logic. Your steps are guided by something beyond this world, and because of that, nothing and no one can pull you back into the limits that once defined your existence. The final limit has been shattered, and from this moment on, your life will never be the same. The proof that you have crossed over something within you has changed, and the proof is undeniable. While the world around you may still seem chaotic, you have found an unshakable calm in the midst of it. Others may be consumed by fear, confusion, or uncertainty, but you feel a deep sense of clarity, as if an invisible force is guiding you through the storm. This peace is not something you forced or struggled to attain. It simply arrived. It is as if an inner switch was flipped, and suddenly, external circumstances no longer have the power to disrupt your inner world. Where you once reacted with frustration or doubt, you now observe with understanding. The emotions that used to grip you tightly, pulling you into cycles of worry and stress, no longer have the same hold. You see things as they are, without fear or attachment. This is a sign that you have stepped beyond the old way of being and entered a new reality where your spirit is no longer tied to the illusions of instability and struggle. At the same time, a weight you carried for years has been lifted. The emotional burdens that once felt impossible to release have dissolved without effort. Old wounds that used to trigger pain or insecurity no longer stir the same reaction. Memories that once brought sadness or anger now feel distant, as if they belong to someone else. You have not forgotten your past, but it no longer defines you. The emotional energy attached to those experiences has been transmuted into wisdom, leaving you lighter, freer, and more open to what is ahead. The things that once drained your energy, the people who once exhausted your spirit, and the fears that once held you captive have lost their power. This release was not something you had to work for. It happened naturally. like a tide washing away everything that no longer serves you. Your body has also begun to respond to this shift in ways you cannot ignore. Some days, you may feel an overwhelming surge of energy, as if a current is running through you, waking up parts of yourself that were once dormant. Other times, you may experience deep exhaustion, a need to rest and allow this transformation to settle. Your senses may feel sharper, colors seem more vibrant, sounds more distinct, and even the energy of people and places feels more noticeable. You may have moments of tingling sensations, warmth in certain areas of your body, or a deep stillness that feels like a force greater than yourself is moving through you. These physical reactions are signs that something beyond the ordinary is happening, that you are aligning with a new frequency, one that your body is still adjusting to. Beyond the physical and emotional shifts, there is an undeniable pull towards something greater. You can feel it deep within your core, a knowing that your life is no longer random, that there is a path unfolding before you. It is as if something is calling you forward, urging you to step into a role you were always meant to play. This is not ambition or simple desire. It is destiny revealing itself. You no longer find comfort in staying stagnant or holding on to the familiar. The things that once satisfied you now feel empty, and you are drawn toward a higher purpose, even if you do not yet fully understand what it is. This pull is not gentle. It is magnetic, as if the universe itself is guiding you towards something that was always waiting for you. Perhaps the most profound confirmation of your transformation is the way revelations now come effortlessly. Where you once struggled for answers, they now appear without effort. The questions that used to haunt you no longer hold mystery, as clarity flows to you in moments of stillness. You may hear words in your mind, see signs in the world around you, or simply feel the truth deep in your spirit without explanation. You do not need to chase knowledge anymore. It finds you. What was once hidden has been revealed, and what was once uncertain now makes perfect sense. This is proof that you have crossed over into a higher understanding, one where the divine speaks to you not through struggle, but through ease. The spiritual contract you have accepted. There is a reason why everything in your life has led to this exact moment. The path you are walking now was not decided yesterday or even in this lifetime. It was chosen long before you were born. Somewhere beyond time, in a place where souls prepare for their earthly journey, you agreed to this mission. You accepted the responsibility of being a vessel for something greater, knowing that your purpose would not be easy, but necessary. Now, you are simply remembering what your soul has always known. The feelings of awakening, the sudden clarity, the deep sense of knowing. They are not new. They are a return to the truth you carried before the distractions of the world clouded your vision. This is why you may feel as if something within you has reawakened, as if you have stepped into a role you were always meant to play. Because you have. The path ahead is not one that you can choose to abandon. It is written into your very being, woven into your soul like an unbreakable thread. You may try to resist it, to hold on to what is familiar or comfortable, but resistance will not change what has already been decided. Delays may come, but they will never erase the inevitable. Every time you try to turn away, life will pull you back. Every time you ignore the signs, they will return stronger. The more you push against your purpose, the more difficult your journey will feel. But the moment you surrender to it, the moment you accept that this is what you were made for, everything will begin to flow. Doors will open, opportunities will arise, and the weight you have carried from hesitation will be lifted. Your soul is no longer asking, It is demanding that you step fully into your role. This role is not just about you. You have been chosen not only to transform your own life, but to serve as a vessel for divine work. Your energy, your words, your actions, everything you do from this point forward will send ripples far beyond what you can see. You are now a channel through which higher power flows, and through you, others will awaken. Some will be inspired by your journey without even realizing why. Others will come to you seeking answers, drawn by an invisible force that tells them you hold a key they need. Your presence alone will shift the energy of the spaces you enter. This is the responsibility that comes with your awakening. You are no longer walking just for yourself. You are paving the way for others. Challenges will arise, but not as punishment. Every test that comes your way is a doorway to greater power. Each struggle is an opportunity to shed another layer of illusion, to step even further into your divine purpose. The obstacles you face are not meant to break you, but to prepare you. You may question why difficulties seem to intensify now, why certain relationships, habits, or mindsets are being stripped away. But this is the refinement process, the fire that forges you into what you were always meant to be. With each trial, you gain wisdom. With each test, you unlock another level of strength. Nothing is happening to you. It is happening for you, shaping you into the force you were meant to become. Time no longer moves the way it once did for you. What took others years to achieve will come to you in moments. The acceleration of your timeline is proof that you are no longer operating by the rules of the ordinary world. Your growth, your understanding, your transformation, it is unfolding at a speed that defies logic. This is not coincidence. It is the result of stepping into alignment with your true path. The moment you accepted this calling, time itself adjusted to match your new reality. Lessons that once required endless struggle now come with ease. Doors that once seemed locked now open effortlessly. Your journey is no longer dictated by human limitations, because you are no longer bound by them. You are moving at the speed of destiny. The unseen forces now working in your favor. There is a shift happening around you, and whether you can see it or not, unseen forces are now working in your favor. What once seemed like an uphill battle will no longer feel as difficult. The obstacles that used to drain your energy will begin to disappear without any logical explanation. This is not luck. It is divine intervention. The universe has removed the barriers that were holding you back, clearing the path for you to move forward without resistance. Situations that once required endless effort will suddenly resolve themselves. People who were once against you will either fade from your life or transform into allies. Everything is being rearranged to ensure that you step into your destiny without unnecessary struggle. You are no longer in a constant fight to make things work. Instead, you are walking in alignment, and that makes all the difference. Now, instead of chasing opportunities, opportunities will chase you. The energy has shifted in such a way that what is meant for you can no longer miss you. You do not have to beg for doors to open. They will swing wide before you even reach them. People will reach out with offers, solutions, and ideas that fit perfectly into your path. The things you once worked tirelessly for will now come effortlessly. This does not mean you stop taking action. It means your efforts will now be met with divine momentum. The right connections, resources, and circumstances will find you at exactly the right moment. What others struggle for, you will receive with ease, not because you are lucky, but because you are in divine alignment. Time itself is bending in your favor. The limits that once defined what was possible no longer apply to you. What used to take years to accomplish will now unfold in mere moments. Delays that once seemed endless will suddenly vanish. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, over and over again. The things you once thought were impossible will become your reality faster than you ever imagined. This is the power of divine acceleration. When you are in sync with the flow of the universe, time no longer moves in the same way for you. Instead of struggling against it, you move within it, and everything begins to unfold with speed and precision. Your words now carry an undeniable creative power. What you speak will manifest with greater intensity than ever before. If you declare success, it will come. If you affirm healing, it will happen. If you speak abundance, it will flow into your life. This is why you must guard your words carefully. The universe is responding to the energy you put out, and it is doing so rapidly. Every thought, every intention, every spoken word is shaping your reality. This is not just a concept. It is something you will witness firsthand. The more you consciously direct your words toward what you desire, the more powerfully they will shape your world. At the same time, your spiritual protection has intensified. No harm can reach you without divine permission. Even when challenges arise, they will not break you. What once could have destroyed you will no longer have any power over you. Negative energy, ill intentions, and unseen attacks will be blocked before they even reach you. The universe is shielding you from anything that does not serve your highest purpose. This does not mean you will never face challenges, but it does mean that nothing can come against you unless it is meant to strengthen you. The fear that once held you back no longer has a place in your life because you are moving under divine protection. You are walking with forces that are greater than anything that stands against you, and nothing will be able to stop you from stepping fully into your purpose. The sacred instructions you must follow. Your journey is no longer one that can be understood through logic or reason. The way forward will not always make sense, and yet you are being asked to trust without seeing. This is one of the sacred instructions you must follow: faith without proof. You will be led in directions that feel uncertain, guided by a force that does not offer explanations. There will be moments when things seem unclear, where you are asked to take a step before you know where the road leads. But this is how divine alignment works. The universe is arranging things for you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. If you wait for confirmation before moving, you will delay what is meant for you. You must move forward in faith, knowing that the doors will open as you walk. The more you trust, the more you will see the invisible forces at work, making the impossible possible. Another instruction is to detach from expectations. You may have ideas about how things should unfold, but the truth is, what is coming is beyond anything you can imagine. If you hold on too tightly to your own version of the future, you may resist what the universe is trying to bring you. Let go of rigid plans and allow yourself to be surprised. The path ahead will not look like anything you expected, but that is because it is greater than anything you could have planned. The more you surrender, the more effortlessly things will fall into place. What you think you want may not be what is truly meant for you, and what is truly meant for you will exceed all expectations. You must also refuse to shrink yourself to fit your past. The version of you that once existed no longer applies. The old patterns, the old relationships, the old fears, they do not belong in this new chapter. You have outgrown the limitations that once defined you, and now You must step fully into your new self. This means no longer making yourself small to make others comfortable. It means not returning to places or people who expect you to stay the same. You are not meant to repeat old cycles. You are not meant to dim your light to fit in. The universe is expanding you, stretching you beyond your previous self, and you must allow this transformation to take place. Your words now hold more power than ever before, which means you must be mindful of what you speak. Every time you say something, you are shaping your reality. If you declare doubt, you invite obstacles. If you speak in alignment with your destiny, you will see things shift instantly. This is why you must speak only what aligns with where you are going. Every thought, every sentence, every affirmation is either bringing you closer to your purpose or pulling you away from it. Be intentional. Declare success, declare abundance, declare strength, and watch as the universe responds in kind. Finally, you must honor divine timing. There is no rushing what is meant for you, and there is no delaying it either. What is coming will arrive at the exact moment it is needed. If you try to force things to happen sooner, you will only create frustration. If you doubt and assume things will never come, you will slow your own progress. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The right people, the right opportunities, the right blessings, they will come when the timing is perfect. Your only job is to stay ready, to remain in alignment, and to trust that what is meant for you can never be lost. How your relationships will shift. As you step into this new phase of your journey, the way you connect with others will change in ways you never expected. People who once played a major role in your life may suddenly begin to fade away. There won't be a dramatic fallout or a single event that causes this. It will simply feel as if they are drifting into the background, no longer resonating with your energy. The relationships that once felt comfortable may now feel draining, and you will notice that conversations no longer flow the way they used to. This is because you are no longer operating at the same frequency. Without effort on your part, these connections will begin to dissolve, making space for new relationships that truly align with your evolving spirit. At the same time, you will begin forming alliances that feel destined. You will meet people who seem to have been placed in your path at exactly the right moment. These individuals will not require explanations of who you are or where you are going. They will simply understand. There will be a deep sense of recognition, as if your souls already know each other. These new connections will feel effortless, as if they were always meant to be a part of your journey. You will realize that they too have been undergoing their own transformations, preparing them to walk beside you in this new chapter. Where before you may have felt alone in your growth, you will now find yourself surrounded by people who share your vision, your values, and your sense of purpose. As your energy shifts, your mere presence will begin revealing hidden truths. People who have been disguising their true intentions will no longer be able to hide. Their words may remain the same, but you will see straight through them. Some will try to stay in your life out of habit, but their energy will betray them. Their jealousy, their resentment, their dishonesty, it will all become painfully clear, even if they never say a word. Where once you may have ignored red flags, you will now trust your intuition without hesitation. You will not need proof or explanations. You will simply know. This new awareness will allow you to remove yourself from situations that do not serve your highest good before they have the chance to harm you. Love itself will take on a new meaning. The way you once defined love, through attachment, comfort, or obligation, will no longer apply. Love will now be measured by alignment. If someone does not support your purpose, they will not be able to stay. Relationships that lack depth will no longer satisfy you. Those who cannot grow with you will naturally fall away. This does not mean you will stop loving them, but it does mean you will no longer force connections that are not meant to continue. The love that remains in your life will be pure, strong, and unshakable. It will not require convincing or chasing. The right people will stand beside you because they are meant to, not because you hold on to them out of fear of being alone. As a result of these shifts, your circle will become smaller, but it will also become more powerful. The people who remain in your life will be those who truly understand you, who uplift you, and who walk the same divine path. You will no longer waste energy on surface-level relationships or forced connections. Every person in your life will serve a purpose, and in return, you will serve a purpose in theirs. Though you may find yourself letting go of many, you will also find that the few who remain are more than enough. With them, you will build something stronger than friendship, stronger than family. It will be a soul bond that carries you into the future, fully aligned with your destiny. The unstoppable blessings that follow as you step fully into your divine path. Blessings will begin flowing into your life in ways that seem almost effortless. Your intuition will become sharper than ever, guiding you toward opportunities that were once hidden from you. This is not just about material wealth, though financial blessings will naturally come. This is about a deeper form of abundance, one that fills your spirit, mind, and heart. You will find yourself making the right choices without second-guessing, walking into doors you didn't even know existed, and receiving exactly what you need at the perfect time. What once seemed like luck will now feel like alignment. You won't need to struggle or chase. Everything will begin to unfold for you, as if the path was always meant to be this clear. At the same time, your influence will expand in ways you never anticipated. Without effort, people will be drawn to your presence. You won't have to convince anyone of your worth or explain why you are different. They will feel it. Your energy alone will speak for you. The power you carry will shift the atmosphere wherever you go. Those who meet you will remember you, not because of what you say, but because of how they feel in your presence. The more aligned you become with your true purpose, the more your life itself will become an example. You won't need to chase validation or seek approval. Those who are meant to hear you, see you, and walk with you will naturally find their way into your life. A new kind of power will begin flowing through you, one that heals, restores, and transforms. You will notice that simply being in someone's presence can bring them peace. Your words will carry weight, and even the smallest encouragement you give will have a lasting impact. When you speak, it won't just be your voice. It will be divine energy moving through you, touching the hearts of those who are ready to receive. You may not always see the results immediately, but understand that your energy is creating ripples far beyond what you can imagine. This healing power is not just for others. It will also bring deep healing to you. Wounds you thought would never close will suddenly stop hurting. Pain you carried for years will dissolve, replaced by a peace that can't be explained. As you move forward, the universe will provide constant confirmation that you are on the right path. Signs and wonders will appear in your life, not as coincidences, but as direct messages. Repeating numbers, vivid dreams, unexpected encounters. All of these will be the universe's way of communicating with you. You will start noticing patterns, connections, and divine synchronicities that leave no doubt in your mind. When you ask for guidance, the answers will come faster and clearer than ever before. You will no longer feel lost or uncertain because every step will be guided. The days of struggling, striving, and waiting for things to happen are over. You will no longer need to chase what is already yours. What used to take months or years will now come within days, even hours. The energy around you will shift so dramatically that things will simply flow. Opportunities will find you. Resources will show up exactly when you need them. The waiting period is over because you have stepped into full alignment. What once felt out of reach will now be within your grasp. The blessings that come will be unstoppable, not because you fought for them, but because they were always meant for you. Now, you are finally ready to receive them. Your next chapter has already begun. The life you once knew is gone. There is no returning to the version of yourself that played small, doubted, or hesitated. The world around you may look the same on the surface, but everything has shifted in ways that can never be undone. The structures, beliefs, and limitations that once held you back have completely dissolved. The old way of thinking no longer applies, and the normal life you may have tried to fit into no longer exists for you. You have been set apart, and the difference will only become clearer with each passing day. What once felt stable may now feel distant and unfamiliar. You may find yourself looking at your surroundings and realizing that everything has changed. Not because the world has moved, but because you have. Something deep within you has awakened, and with that awakening comes a level of spiritual authority that cannot be ignored. The words you speak, the thoughts you entertain, and the actions you take will now carry immense power. Before, you may have spoken without fully understanding the weight of your words, but now every declaration has an impact. Your beliefs will shape your experiences faster than ever before, and the way you carry yourself will influence everything and everyone around you. You are no longer a passive observer in your own life. You are a creator, and your reality will bend according to the energy you emit. This is not something you have to force or try to control. It is simply the natural outcome of stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Each day will bring something new, whether it's a realization, a sign, or an unexpected turn of events that confirms everything is unfolding as it should. You may wake up with sudden clarity on something that has puzzled you for years. Answers that once seemed elusive will come effortlessly. The supernatural will become a natural part of your existence, and things that would have seemed impossible before will start to happen regularly. You will begin to understand that the universe is not only guiding you, but actively responding to you in ways that are undeniable. There will be moments that make you pause in awe, moments that remind you that you have entered a completely different level of existence. The more you embrace this, the more effortlessly everything will align. You are not waiting for your destiny to begin. It is already in motion. The final limit has been shattered, and there is no turning back. Everything that happens from this point forward is part of the divine plan that has been set for you. Even the challenges you face will not be setbacks. They will be stepping stones to even greater breakthroughs. The momentum is already building, and each moment is leading you further into the life that was always meant for you. Nothing can reverse what has already been set in motion. This is not the start of something. It is the continuation of what has been unfolding since the moment you were chosen. This is the moment where you fully step into your divine power. This is where everything changes, not because you wish for it to, but because it already has. You will feel it in your spirit. You will see it in your life. You will know without a shadow of a doubt that you have become exactly who you were meant to be. There is no fear, no hesitation, no looking back. You are walking forward with certainty, guided by forces greater than you, into a future that holds more than you could ever imagine. The door has been opened, and your life will never be the same again.